GingerGM.
It's time to smash it up, and I'm going to play some 3-minute blitz and have some fun on this Sunday. So yeah, I think I'm in an aggressive Sunday mood. So what are we going to do? You guys love the black line, don't we? We'll start with a black line. Okay, so place your bets now, how many games I'm going to win or lose. I feel I'm going to have a good session, but often when I feel that, I lose every game. I'm only 25-41. I say only, it's still not a bad little rating. But I'm going to try, let's go for 2600. Of course, I'm not going to go for 2200, am I? So we're going to start with the Black Lion. One opening I've done a DVD on, free YouTube videos. You can go and buy the DVD somewhere. And this is basically like, it's, what do you call it? It's Petrov, no, not Petrov, oh my God. Can't remember the other name. God, I'm a bit slow today. Don't think of names. Oh, this is a crafty idea. Unless you go G5, but the way I play this, I mean, this is cool. Okay, so my opponent's coming over here. Now I might get rid of this bishop. So G5's normally the way you play the black line, but I've got a little rule I talk about in my DVD. I only play G5 when my opponent has played H3, because otherwise I feel G5 doesn't do much. It needs a pawn on H3 to attack. So this setup I've gone here is a pretty good setup, and this is more like I can't remember the bloody name of it. It's like a black line stroke. Is it Petrov? Why am I can't remember. Language skills are bad. Okay, let's get rid of that bishop. Doesn't seem like a very good piece. And this is, well, a fairly even position, isn't it? Pretty solid. And what ideas should I be going for? Well, maybe this is a good move, just to, you know, gain a little space over there. And G3 was a good move because it stops my knight coming in. And now he's using Harry against me. That's not very polite. So I need to maybe make a square for this knight. And it looks like my rook should be placed in the middle of the board anyway. So we'll put the rooks there. And if he does go H5, he gives away the G5 square. So I might have a maneuver as such as this knight hopping into G5, something like that. So who knows? Okay, well let's continue by placing these opposite his queen. Now I'm wondering if I can play D5. I don't think that is working. I can also try taking and then playing D5. Some tactical ideas, but you know what? I'm too lazy to work that out. I could also try to get my knight to E6 just to pressurize this one. That's another way of playing. I don't know, I had some ideas of taking and going D5 or D5 straight away, but that would have required some calculation, and yeah, I'm not in the mood for that today, afraid to say. What's going on with my template here? It looks a bit funny, doesn't it? Why? What's going on? What's going on with the template? We'll change that after this game. Okay, so we stopped my knight coming out, and if I play C5, I give away this square. So what am I doing with my pieces? I could try taking there. Let's try that one, because I have got the C2 pawn I can aim for. If he has to take with a pawn, I'm quite happy, but it's whether he... Okay, so I think I'm happy with that. Now we will go for the C file. And again, I want to be hitting this one. And it looks like my knights might have some decent squares. Okay, so he's playing for this pawn. That makes a lot of sense. So if I take here, what's going to happen? Okay, well, let's see. Let's see. Maybe this doesn't work out too well for me. Got to play a bit quicker here. Play a little bit quicker. I'm just going to adjust some things after this first game as well. And right, his D pawn is bloody strong, isn't it? Bloody strong. Yes, it is bloody strong. Okay, don't like this so much anymore. Did I? Yeah, don't like it. Don't like it. Okay, let's try to pretend there's nothing to worry about and take some pawns. Low on time as well. Okay, yes, his D pawn is strong. I know it's strong. I know it's strong. Yes, it is strong. But it's only one pawn. One measly little pawn. Now, okay, let's flip that one in. And try and keep things under control. Now, I'm a bit worried. Can he come in like this? That looks natural. And at the moment, I'm kind of holding it together vaguely. Okay, so he's trying to get rid of that knight of mine. That's a good idea of his. I need to try and get rid of that d pawn. If I can get that d pawn off the board, I'm okay-ish, but not if I lose a pawn in the process. So this is a very tough ending. I say tough, probably losing ending for me. Bummer. Okay. Oh shit, my rook. Oh bugger. Crap start, Williams. Crap start. Why? I mean, this bloody black line, it's a tricky opening to learn. I will try that again against things. I feel like I was doing all right, but I messed about there with plans, didn't I? I mean, it seemed like I should have had some better ideas than what I did. You know, that wasn't great, was it? Okay, what's going on here then? Why? It's been a while since I've done a video. I've clearly forgotten what I'm doing. Okay, that'll do. Come on, let's go for a rematch then. First game, Blues. We always lose the first game, don't we? So yeah, as you've probably seen, I've just been playing the British Championships, which didn't have a great result there, but it was nice to play some chess again. Oh, he's playing the Clarendon Court. I hope I can, you know, get some more tournaments under my belt actually when I get more time, but that does mean I don't get as many YouTube videos and stuff done. So we'll see how time treats me. Okay, so this opening he's playing used to be played by some English players. Most notably, I can remember Jonathan Rowson, who I shared a room with at a tournament in Estonia, a very nice tournament. We had a great time a long time ago, under 20 World Championships, where he played this opening to gain, I think he won a bronze medal there, and he used this in the last round to win. So it's an interesting opening. It's a mix between like the Leningrad Dutch and some other openings. So I'm just going to go for a very aggressive strategy of castling and coming over here with my bishop. The problem with doing this kind of stuff is he's lost a couple of pawns around his king, so it seems like his king is a bit of a target. I also have the bishop coming here with checks, so I like my position at the moment. It seems very fluent, and all my pieces are like flying in, kind of position I enjoy playing. So I will just castle for now, and I'm not sure. I guess this bishop wants to come here. It definitely wants to go there now. And next move, I do have rook e1 as one way to play, or I think the most straightforward though is just to try to get rid of as many pieces around his king as I can. You know, let's just get rid of everything around his king, and then I should have some good attacking chances. So my opponent is trying to complicate and trying to open up lines towards my king, but he has to watch out for my knight popping into this square as well. Okay, so what do we do here? So he's always got this queen coming over here. Well, let's get rid of that bishop anyway. That bishop was a good defending piece. And now again, it's finding a way to get my pieces in. I'm not really worried about this area of the board because everything's happening over here. So I could, yeah, okay, this looks like a good start. Again, it's finding a way through to his king side. Now that I've got rid of some of his defenders. And this stops his queen coming to this square. So now I like this move because his queen has to go back to a very passive square, and that exposes his king a lot more. And I might have a checkmate coming up with this one, and knight g6 check is very tempting. I mean this, but then he takes it, and rook takes, pawn takes. Do I have checkmate? Check, 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 knight h7. I mean, this is probably the sensible way to play in this position, but this is very tempting. Takes, takes, and if queen takes, knight here, rook takes h5. Okay, we're going to go for it. Let's go for this one. Let's see. And rather than going check, I'm going to take here with the idea of going rook takes h5, and then if knight takes, queen h6, checkmate. And this knight jump has been very handy to push his queen away to a worse diagonal. So this looks strong, but how strong is it? Okay, so he's trying to block my bishop out. Now this again looks like the right way to play, throwing everything at him, but should I just check here first? Maybe this one. It should be good for me, this position. It should be mating. I think this is the only other piece I need to bring into the attack. Every other piece is doing something. Okay, so he's defended like this. I don't want to allow this one to come in, so he's playing all defensive moves. And now do I even have ideas of sacking my queen? I also have bishop d3, increasing the pressure against his knight. So he's holding on. He's holding on. Maybe therefore I take his knight off first, so that the knight can't come back and defend. My knight's done its job. It's on the wrong area of the board, so I'm taking this off first so that I can do this. Has he got rook b7? He's kind of hot. How can he be holding on here? He can't be holding on. Holding on for dear life. Okay, I don't believe it. So now just take here, and I think his position will collapse. I mean, I've got like triple action going on here. And the point is, if he goes rook takes queen f6 check, forces checkmate, which we're going to see now. Or if it's not checkmate, well, this is checkmate, but which is the best way to do it? You know, like they do it in Discovery Channel. Well, okay, I mean, I'm trying to do it in a nice way, but maybe I should. Okay, so check, rook here. All right, let's just take this. I'm going to lose on time otherwise, which I'm very good at doing. God, Simon, don't lose on time. You played a nice game. Okay, let's make sure I don't lose on time. Completely winning position. Just trying to make my king a little bit safer to start with. Two connected past pawns. And I need to get queen e4 in, so stop that. He's making it as tricky as he can, which is annoying. Oh my god, come on, there must be a way to win this simply. I need to get around the back. And he's... okay, obviously completely winning. Oh my god, how many queens do I need? Right, I've got to learn how to pre-move a bit more, haven't I, in my life? Okay, this must be mate now. This must be mate. He's holding on, isn't he? He hasn't got... I mean, oh, come on. Yes, thank you. That's the way we do it. That's the way we play in checkmate. Thank you very much. And he's declined the challenge. He's had enough. What do you reckon the little logo up there? Chess.com made that. GingerGM battles. And also I like my little space trippiness going on behind. So yes, what's coming up next? When am I playing next? I don't know when I'm playing next, to be honest. So I'd like to play more chess. That's the thing. I think every chess player, professional chess player, wants to play more chess, but the problem is it's just very hard to do so, you know, because it's very hard to make money playing chess. So we'll see. There's a tournament in Vienna I'd love to play, but maybe Hastings will be my next tournament, or something in London in December. We'll see. Right, so I'm going in this game for a bit of a hippo setup, which is an old favourite opening of mine, but I don't have a lot of faith in it. I'm quite happy I've got my piece, my bishop here, because at least I've done that before he can castle. And we can now think about, I want to try to open it up because his king is stuck here, but I'm not sure how I can do that. This is a very sly little bishop, and if I castle, am I walking into things? It feels like I am. So I might just go here with some little idea of playing b5 maybe, and he wants to get his bishop back around to this square. Okay, so I'm going to do something in the middle to try and get the f5 square for my knight. I'm not sure about my b5 idea at the moment, and this seems like quite an interesting sort of structure on the king side. I don't want to be castling now because my king would be weak, but maybe my king can even come to d7. So all right, we will swap them off, and my knight is very bad. So again, I'm thinking of maybe playing something like this. So we'll do that, or even getting my queen to c4, playing on the queen side. might be my best chance here, whilst my opponent is gaining quite a lot of space over here. Right, so I think I have to play this move, otherwise I've got no counterplay, and I'm just a little bit too cramped. So we'll go for a b5, and now I have a target I can aim for on b3. And is he going to play that one? Yes, I don't think I can do anything about it though. My opponent's playing well. My Magic Mary, interesting name. So c4 is a good move. Now he hasn't played c4 straight away, so that might just give me that one move to defend a5, because c4 would have pushed my rook away from the defense, and I need to again try to play as actively as possible. So this has to be the correct move to try and play like a French defense, and I can put my knight on c6 then. Maybe it's just about okay for me. Okay, so let's open up some more lines, and now my knight can come to this square, which seems like a good square for my knight, and my bishop is the only other piece I want to try to get around to a more worthwhile square. My bishop, I don't like his f4 move, because that has blocked his bishop towards h7. I don't like that move, and it now gives me, you know, I wouldn't be able to play this move probably if he could take on h6, and I'm thinking now I have a couple of ways to play. I might even switch to this side of the board, and he wants to play here. Okay, all right, let's swap those bishops off actually, because c3 is square. I've just can he play, oh shit, could he play c4 again? C4 was scary actually. Okay, so this is okay. Now he's going to play b4 if I leave that rook there, so let's now activate that rook. Bit of a positional game this one, but I think my position is looking good now. He's got a lot of pawn weaknesses, and my pieces have found good squares all of a sudden. So this check, or do we not play this check? Well, my knight is a great defender, so I think we want to keep that one there. I will give a check, because I didn't want, maybe I shouldn't have done. Still not so simple, is it? Not so simple. But as long as I can stop his rook coming in, I should be favourite here. So my knight does a very good job of doing that. Okay, well I'll grab that one, and I'll try to come back again winning a piece if he's not careful. Maybe not winning a piece, but doing all right. So yeah, okay, so this is still good for me. He should probably go rook g1. Then I have rook f2, and then he goes rook g3. Ah, so, okay, so this is quite clever actually. He's gone here in an attempt to gain counterplay, because now he gains this square for the knight. My king is going to try to scuttle to g7. Given a chance, and now knight c6 checks. So this is quite clever play from my opponent. If I take there, knight c6, so I've got to be a little bit careful. Knight c6 again. I can't get my king this way now, so I'm going to try to get my king this way instead. And again, my opponent's causing problems. And okay, well let's just get my king active. My king is one of my main problems. So if I can get that to a better square, I'm going to be happy. And now my king has become active. It's game over, of course. Right, there we go. Moving up, 2600. 2600. Anyone think I'm going to get there? We'll try. Let's try my favourite blitz repertoire, the wing gambit. We will go for a little bit of wing gambit action. Now knight c6 is just a bad move. I don't think my opponent suspected b4. Maybe he pre-moved, because now we get a wing gambit, and the whole point of this opening is to get these pawns like this, but normally you have to give up your a pawn to get it. So this is definitely a better version for me than normal, because normally you don't have the a pawn, so it's not even a gambit at the moment. And do I have the Greek gift if he castles? Can I take there if he castles? I think I will. It'll be rude not to, I feel. Take that pawn if he castles, then go knight g5. King h8, queen h5, king here, queen here. Don't know if it's working. Yeah, it should be. I don't know. So if he castles, takes, king takes, check, king g6, queen g4, knight takes e5. And if queen here, looks a bit dangerous to him. So we'll play it. Yeah, if he castles, I'm going to take there and go for the attack. So he obviously doesn't want to do that. And instead he's going for this pawn. Now let's try and offer that pawn. Now he can take it. Okay, he doesn't want to take it. He's playing very safety first chess. And again, if he castles, okay, I'll go here. And if he castles, he doesn't want to castle. He doesn't want to. So I want to open him up now. I'm castled, he's not. And also try to give my knight a little bit of wriggle room to come in. Okay, so he's gone this way, but his king's also not, doesn't strike me as being particularly safe over there as well. First of all, let's get my pieces on lines they open up against his king. And I'd love to get my knight to that square. That is one hell of a square. And my opponent on the other hand is doing his own shenanigans. Okay, well this bishop's not doing anything, so we'll try to swap it off for one of his defenders. And I also, his one bit of pressure he had was against f2, so we stopped that. And I'd love to take here, but not when his knight comes into the game. I mean, if I can try to open up a way to sacrifice on a6. So another way I can play this is to go, okay, he wants to go bishop g6. Okay, what about knight here? Is that a way to discombobulate him? Let's see, knight here. Okay, yeah, let's try this one, just to try to discombobulate his position. But I'm always looking at the queen side here. This is the move I want to play at some moment, like queen e2, get rid of my c pawn and take here to, you know, typical sacrifice in these types of positions. So he has dived in with an interesting move, but his c file is now weak. I'm going to take here now, because if knight takes, my rook can try coming here. If I get rid of his knight, this pawn on e6 drops, and also my rook can come over. So he's fighting fire with fire, but I feel there must be now some ideas with this. Rook c4, bishop c6. So I can go maybe, oh, if I go queen e2, he goes knight f4. Should we just take this? Should we just do it? Let's just do it. Let's just take it. You know, I'm sure something will come along. And now queen to attack that pawn. His king looks very bare to me. Very bare. Okay, so he's going to try and run this way. Okay. And is his king going to be safe there? Possibly. Possibly. Don't want his king to run if I can. I can put my queen over here, but then I'm going the wrong way. If I take here, it kind of seems to help him. So should I... Okay, let's move the knight in first, because that is, again, one of my only pieces that's not doing anything. He's trying to make some exchanges to ease his position. Okay. Time. Play a bit quicker now. I think I'm going to have to go this way with the queen. I didn't think he should do that one, but maybe he can get away with it. Oh shit. Well, he could do it. Yeah, clearly he can do it. Right, I'm a lot worse now. A lot worse. But, well, I say a lot worse. Maybe it's not the end of the world, but my king needs to come out. Didn't want to get to an ending, that's for sure. Oh god, you Pats, thank you. Just testing him, just seeing if he's, you know, tactically aware. You know, you've got to do these little tests sometimes, see if your opponent's up to the challenge. He's quite short on time. Now, is he going to queen that pawn? Maybe is the answer. Maybe, baby. I've got some pawns as well. Come on, Harry. Come on, Harry. Come on, Harry. Oh, he's going to check me. Oh, there we go. We wanted to get rid of that one. Come on, Harry. Come on, Harry. Well, this is looking all right. Ah. Well, that was yes. I don't know. The thing is, when you got a rook, basically against two minor pieces, the rook is not very good at the start of the game, but later on in the game, the rook becomes more powerful. So you actually want to get to an ending with a rook versus the two minor pieces. So that was okay. Right, now this is my favorite sacrificial line, and in the past e5 was the Geller gambit, but this move bishop e2 is now becoming very trendy, and this is a very interesting way to play against this gambit. This is the new trend, bishop e2, and you meet b4 v5 then at some moments. Even Magnus Carlsen used this to beat Ding Liren, I think, in some tournament in the last year or so. And it's a move that Adiban played, one of the up-and-coming Indian grandmasters, and Zhubov, one of the most exciting Russian chess players out there, who's also a second of Magnus Carlsen. Now, there's two ways to play this. Magnus played e5 against Ding Liren, but this is another way you can play. And obviously I've sacked a pawn, and I can't remember the theory so well, but the point is I've got good development, I've got quick castling, he's got a pawn back here, and it should be good compensation, this kind of position. And if I correctly, I think there has been a game that's just gone like this, and just compare the development, it's got to be worth a pawn, this one. All my pieces now working very well, and I can even try to play a bit positionally against that one. Don't really want to allow c5, so I'm going to drop this guy back here just because I want to attack over there at some point, and maybe I'll go bishop b1 and queen d3 to do that. That's one idea. So should we do that now? c5, I can take it, so let's just go back. Maybe with this idea, increasing some pressure against his king. Okay, so now he definitely wants to play c5. This is the one move you don't really want to allow your opponent to play, to break out. But if I go knight c5, the queens come off, and yeah, we don't want to get the queens off. So do I have to play a move like bishop e3? Don't like bishop e3. Seems very passive, but I don't want him to play c5 because then he comes free. So maybe I've misplayed this somewhat. Knight here, c5. I might have to play this one, but I don't like it. It just seems like a very negative move to play. Bishop e3. Very negative move, but I've got to stop him playing here. Okay, so now again he's threatening this move, but I can go knight here in this position because when he takes on c5, at least I'm keeping the queens on the board. But I think I've got to really concentrate on his king now. Just need to get rid of this guy. So he wants to come to d3, so I need to take that knight off and start an attack over here. Well, I don't know. It seems like he's defended well here. And something like g6 now, it's going to be hard for me to break through. Okay, he's gone h6, so he's allowing my queen into this square. That seems quite risky. So I think I will just improve my rooks first. So I can take, check, king here, and his king will come to this square. So in order to make this tactic work, I probably need to have my knight coming into f5, which is kind of now stopped. Okay, well let's go for it. Let's get my queen in towards his king and see if we can create some chances here. I don't know how though. I forgot that his bishop is guarding his rook. That's very annoying. Can we create some chances against his king? Knight e5. My back rank is very weak, but this is a very good defender. So okay, so look at that, a little cheeky move from my opponent. That's a good counter-attacking move he's played, yeah. Check. He's threatening checkmate in 1. Yeah, this is falling apart a little bit, this position. It's falling apart for me. I can't see a way in. Can we? Oh, it nearly works. Takes then rook takes here, but he's got king f7. My time is shite. Ah, bollocks. I can't think. That's not the move to play. Yeah, I might have a look at this actually afterwards. See where I went wrong, because now this is just not working, is it at all? Okay, there's some chances there. Let's resign that one. I'm actually going to put that on the computer just for my own just little look there. Let's see. Chess analysis. Yeah, I'm aware of the chess analysis. Thank you for telling me about the chess analysis. Cool, my accuracy there was bloody appalling. So I don't always believe that. It wasn't that bad, was it? Really? Was my accuracy that bad? Okay, I'm going to get rid of my face. I'm just going to look at that game. I'm just intrigued to know. It wasn't that bad. Come on. Okay, so let's have a look at the moves. So bishop f4, and it gives it as an accuracy. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't always believe this. So what should I have played instead of bishop f4? Knight e5. Okay, that makes sense. So later on, let's see. Well, it thinks I'm a lot worse here. And maybe this check was nothing, yeah? So it does. It thinks I'm absolutely... Oh dear, look at that bar. There's hardly any white left. Okay, so yeah, okay, I'll have to do a little bit more work on that in the future. All right, well, I'm going to leave it there. Just a quick little blitz session. I'm trying to still catch up on my chessball calls, so I've got to get cracking with that. And yeah, thank you for viewing. A bit random blitz, some interesting games there. So had a couple of good attacks, a couple of good losses. Is there such a thing? Oxymoronic losses. And I'm going to continue with my British analysis, I think, for the next week or so. Finish up, see where I went wrong there. Cheers and goodbye.